Okay, so is Tiger back, or is his back going to hold him back? I wanted to talk about Tiger and his back today a little bit because recently in the Dubai tournament, Tiger withdrew because of his back spasm. So I'm just like really curious how his back is doing, and I also wanted to kind of talk about my own experience when it comes to back injuries. I'm really hoping his back is healthy enough to play really well because I really do want to see him win majors again. I think most of us do actually. He truly made the game exciting, and he actually put us golfers in this athlete category. For instance, like when I was back in college, it wasn't that long ago, but golfers weren't really actually considered as like athletes, you know? I was a student athlete, I was on the golf team, and a lot of the other fellow student athletes, they like basketball players, baseball players, tennis players, whatnot, you know, they would kind of like stare at me and be like, so what sport do you play? And I'll be like, I'm on the golf team. And most of them laughed because they're like, golf is not a sport. You know what I mean? But it's just that a lot of tour pros were out of shape and we didn't have the same workout regimen as the other athletes. But Tiger changed all that, you know? He looks like an athlete, he trains like an athlete. I really do thank him. It's truly nice to be in that athlete category versus like a separate golfers category. So I myself had a lot of back injuries. When I look at juniors, I really do want to help them because I don't want them to go through the same stuff I've gone through. I can tell if you're using your muscular strength to create the power, or you're just using pure joints. And using joints is probably the worst thing you can do for your body. I'm all about saving joints and being healthy so we can play and live as long as possible, right? It was tougher mentally than physically. Okay, sure, physically I couldn't even like lay down because my back was hurting. Standing would hurt my back, sitting would hurt my back. It was horrible. But mentally I think it was tougher just because I'm not able to do something that I love doing, something that I've been doing all my life, and something that I'm good at. Just overcoming the mental side, I think I became way more positive. But now looking back at it, I think all the experiences I've been through has really made me into the person I am today. You know, if I just kind of like did great and was like #1 on the LPGA tour, I don't really know if my personality would be the same. I'm just kidding. I'm sure it would be. I just really am thankful of all my experiences so I can help a lot of the other golfers and a lot of the juniors to have like an injury-free career. I love what I do because anything golf is great, and meeting people that love golf is even better. So that's the mental part of it. And then the physical part, I've been doing a lot of different workouts. When it comes to golf fitness and injury prevention and strengthening and all that, even though it is a lot better nowadays, it still isn't that great compared to other sports, I think. So I'm going to try and like keep educating myself. You know, I've been through it, I have a lot of personal experiences, and it's just intriguing to learn all these new stuff in fitness and injury prevention. So I've been doing a lot of like Pilates, I've tried CrossFit, I work out every day. I'm probably smaller in size now, but I'm like stronger, like the strongest I've been, which is great combination, right? That's the workout part of it. And then my swing. So nobody really emphasized on changing my swing to prevent injury. So I had to like really kind of self-teach myself and figure it out myself, and it was actually probably the best thing that's ever happened to me. So what happened was my hips were firing too fast and too much, so I was getting out of sync, and then it really put a lot of strain on my back. So when I was watching Tiger play Dubai, whenever his hips got a little bit too quick, he went out of sync and he looked like he was in a lot of pain. And that really just reminded me of how I used to swing. So I decided to stabilize my legs and use my core to coil and compress the ball. So at first, when I started doing it, I had to eliminate like this huge motion I was doing because I was using a lot of my joints and a lot of hips. When I eliminated all those extra movements, I lost like 10 yards. But I was like, if I can continue to play, golf once in a while with less pain, I don't mind giving up 10 yards. That was my whole thought. So I kept doing it, and once I got used to the swing, my glutes, my thighs, and my abs kept getting stronger. And eventually I picked up 20 yards. So initially I lost 10 yards and then I picked up 20 yards. So overall, I was hitting it longer than how far I was hitting on tour, which is crazy because when you're on tour, you're constantly working really hard to gain distance. You're doing everything you can. You're switching equipments, you're working out like crazy, you're hitting balls all day, every day. And now I'm like not even playing maybe once a month and barely practicing. And I just picked up yardage, right? Crazy. But if I film my swing, I truly feel like I have my legs like completely still, not moving at all. They're just stabilizing as hard as possible. But when I film it, it looks like I'm in perfect sync. My legs are still leading, but I'm not like out of whack. I'm not using big, extra unnecessary movements to create power. All I'm using is stability power and core power to create speed and power. And it just made sense to me, So I started applying that philosophy to my teaching, and a lot of golfers, and actually most of golfers and juniors benefit from it, because if you actually compare just regular weekend golfers and juniors to professional golfers, we work out so much. I mean, we do the whole body workout, but we mainly concentrate on legs and core. So for just regular weekend golfers and juniors who kind of lack in muscular strength, if you try and mimic the professionals' swings and speed, you're going to either be out of sync or hurt yourself. Because, like for me, instance, back then I wasn't that strong, but those incline leg presses where you sit down and you press your legs upwards, I did just a little bit over 500 pounds on those. That's pretty strong, right? So can you imagine the other tour pros that are competing right now? They're probably way stronger than I am. So, you really wouldn't want to get kicked by a golfer because we have strong legs, but kidding. So it was critical for me to teach, to know how to use the stability strength and use their abs to swing, as opposed to all this unnecessary big motions that throw them out of sync and make them lose distance and hurt their backs. Obviously, Tiger is way stronger than I am, so even though he swings way harder than me, I got hurt earlier than him because he's just stronger than me. So if you use too much hip spin but not enough stability power, you will hurt yourself eventually. It's just a matter of how strong you are and how long your body can withstand it. So I was really hoping to kind of give a brief explanation on my experience on back pain, and I was hoping Tiger can pick up on it and protect his back and win more majors. I really wish Tiger best of luck for 2017. Some of you guys who have kids that are competing competitively, I will be doing a separate video on the same subjects specifically for juniors, so keep an eye out for that. Go Tiger!